So look, I didn't flat iron my hair yet. Or not flat iron. You know I don't use a flat iron. I haven't hot combed it yet. So it still looks kind of rough about around the edges, but not too bad. So look, check this out. AB, which is a mechanic that I met at AutoZone, and actually through one of the other guys who believes in him, you know, finds him a good mechanic. He called me, and I was able to take the call because I have a good enough Wi-Fi connection. And he asked me, he said, now what happened to your car? Why is it still there today? And I told him, the whole thing that I had texting him, and he said, well, wait, because he said, I'm telling you what, wait. He said, tell me what happened to your car. He said, because I was going through my own thing. He said, my car went on me, and it is down now. And he said, I've been, you know, feeling some kind of way about that, and I hadn't, you know, he hadn't read the text or whatever, so he just wanted to hear from me. And I told him what had happened, and we talked about it in detail. And we talked about they said today Gerald actually showed up there. He said him and Eve both saw Gerald. He said you would never guess who showed up here today. Like they caught. You be looking at these niggas like it's in the light. They better dog. He's such a good dog. And look, as long as they don't mess with him, he don't mess with them. These agents be fucking with the dog. Okay? That Alicia Grayson shit comes from them doing something to him invisibly. So he told me, he said Gerald showed up there. He said, and him and Eve both were like, you know, you wrong. I can't believe you had nerve to show up here. You know, you did that girl wrong, this, that, and the other. And he was like, what you talking about? And he went there and tried to lie, okay, like don't nobody see. So he had like my time at the park was different than my time at AutoZone, and that don't nobody know that I'll be there all day, every day, waiting on his ass to show up while he's lying, telling me he gonna come and he don't. So that's what he told them. He went ahead and told that lie, said that she ain't never there. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And look, y'all, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna I wish I was doing a screen recording so I could show you the call log every day. So, and you know, he said, you know, ain't nobody buying that. And I told him, I said, yeah, he don't realize that people see, because he said when AB alluded to me, you know, like him not thinking that no one noticed or whatever. And I told him he don't think people see. I said, because I even asked him, I said, you know, you don't think this look crazy to nobody, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I told him, he told me no. Gerald said, no, he didn't think it looked crazy. And I said, I had to tell him that I've seen it from both sides, you know, looking out and in, okay? And I know people see. And I didn't tell Gerald, but I told him this. I told AB, I was like, and I even ran into a random guy at the liquor store that, you know what I'm saying, was familiar with my car just because it had been there so long, you know. And I was like, he ain't the only one. Like, people are recognizing the car, they recognize me, and then I'm walking around with this big ass German Shepherd puppy, okay? So he asked me, you know, like, well, what do you do, you know, with a dog when you're at the hotel or whatever? Because look, let me tell you something. Today's Friday, which means tomorrow's their night to steal, okay, at AutoZone. And like I told him, he mentioned a Cadillac converter just like the other ones mentioned a Cadillac converter. Like I told him, I said, you know, it's weird that you mentioned that at all. He was looking it up to see how complex the job was. I said, you know, I'm not going to be able to tell y'all all this. I can't tell y'all all these details. They are attacking my brain so bad. I could, but it would take too much time, and I can't. I can't. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Pup weight. It's gonna hurt, and it will take me so much longer than I ever planned on this video to take. So let me think. He was talking about how, you know, he could have took it to his job because his job has a lift and he could have done the work. And then I broke it down to him. I said, and then this is what happened today with the new mechanic. And this is the guy that was like pretty much so confident about being able to do the work, you know. And I told him, I said, he's the guy that I got from the other manager there, Kareem, or whatever. And I said, that's probably who I should have went with in the first place. I said, but like, you know, it was what it was. I went with Gerald. And I said, but now that I'm reaching out to him and he knew that I arranged the tow and everything, and I was waiting for him to advise me on what to tell the tow about getting the car off the lift, off the trailer or whatever. I said, he just had responded back. I said, I finally got a hold of him and he told me that he would just come by and diagnose the car. I said, but today I wasn't able to get a hold of him at all, like whether like via text message or phone. So when I called, he didn't answer. When I text, he didn't respond. So I told him, I said, man, this shit is crazy. This is the type of shit that I've been encountering with these guys. I said, but it looks bad on me because it's my car. Like, no one knows that I'm like always trying to facilitate getting my car fixed. I said, I've been here a whole month and a half longer than I planned on it. Like, I was going to go. They don't know. He don't know. And if he ever tell him, if you know, there's one person that knows about the weapon and me doing a mass shooting. And that's the one that was trying to holler at me, who's done 18 years in prison. No one else knows that. And he has something to do with the weapon coming up missing. Not overtly, but covertly. Because remember, he said his daddy had the same motherfucking rifle I had, so they acted like it ain't my rifle they took. So I'm just saying, like, the rabbit hole goes deep. And every motherfucking thing that I ever say or mention, they're always trying to counter. Motherfuckers be showing up, just randomly showing, like randomly, you know, mentioning the same thing. Hey, come on. Bring your ass on. Randomly mentioning the same details, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's just like one little element of it, they be steady randomly mentioning that. And, look at this. I'm about to start knocking these niggas out. And they know it already. Because that shit with the weapon was just way too much. Ew. I ain't walking past the room. No, puppy, don't go that way. We are not about to make this thing like I went in there. They don't give a fuck that I'm recording or nothing. I be having videos showing that I don't ever come in contact with none of this stuff, none of these kind of things. At the same time that they be pulling the covert stunts and the motherfuckers don't recognize nothing. Come on, Pop. For every lie they tell, my counter is public. It's a doggy. Come on, Pop. Come this way. Oh, he's being good tonight. Come on. Okay, one up, one down. We're gonna start because you know how to eat. You know, staying at this hotel. You better not. Come on. Good job. They didn't do nothing to him because he rolled off. Especially another dog was involved, and that was like 7 feet. You know, they don't let us move silently nowhere. Hey, you, stop pulling before I kick you. You booty, just a little bit. I don't kick him hard. You should know that, though. Shouldn't even have to say that part. Just a little pop. You gotta understand how hard it is to hurt this dog. I'm just saying, not that I know, you know, or not that I know from experience, but I'm just telling you, these motherfuckers is beyond thick skin. Like, it takes so much to hurt them. You have to look at what they're capable of, what they do, okay? So they're sensitive. He's sensitive to, like, emotional distress. You get what I'm saying? So if his owner has a meltdown on him, you know what I'm saying, get the cussing and pointing and making too much noise, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna make him feel some type of way. That kind of stuff hurts their feelings, okay? They're sensitive. But if you try to cause physical pain, I mean, I guess you can connect the two and be like, as long as you know You know what I'm saying? Some type of little, you gotta, what you find a even or equal combination of the two going on, and it might work. You know, like a smack and a yell or something, or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, but to hit, I'm just saying, you had to go outside it with a bat, and you still might not make out. Like, again, look at what they're capable of doing. These are the same dogs, man. They're bust through a window. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, so what you have to do is not look at it from the owner aspect. When you hear me say that, you should not be looking at it from the owner aspect. Not you as the owner of the dog, because the owner ain't gonna have to take those type of measures. Look at it as like you as a victim of the dog. What type of motherfucking measures you have to fucking take to get these motherfuckers off of you, because you can't hurt them. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to convey. Watch this. Oh, you ain't on it right now. Okay. You gonna do it? What you smiling for? What are you so smiling for? You so cute. Puppy, you so cute. Puppy, you are so cute. You're too cute. You gonna do it one more? Woo. They still close. Okay, come on, pup. So yeah, think about that. Think about it not from an owner aspect, like having to or trying to hurt your dog, but like from a victim aspect. When these motherfuckers get on you and there being no fucking hope for you.